Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Dick Dash and I'm back with another video. In this video I'm going to give you a quick tour of my sim rig. This is my pride and joy. It's been many years in the making. GT7 is my favourite racing game of all time and I play that on a regular basis. So I wanted something that I can get the best possible experience with it, and to achieve that I got a GT Omega TITAN Cockpit, which is the frame which I'm mounting everything on. And I've also had some special additions to kind of make it a much more immersive experience. But ultimately, the core of this is the Gran Turismo Fanatec DD Pro, which is a steering wheel and the pedal set which I bought from Fanatec, which took a long time to come. There's a whole other thing we should talk about another day, because that was when Fanatec shipping was absolutely terrible. It took like 3 or 4 months to come, but I digress. So with this I got the load cell pedal as an addition, and also got some custom coil springs to adjust the feel of the brake pedal. Load cell is just a much better way of modulating the brake because it's by pressure rather than how much you move the pedal. Also added this seat slider which allows you to move the pedals in and out, which makes it very adjustable when other people come to play on my rig, or if my kids want to play on the rig, they can just adjust it to their leg length and comfortability and rock it like that. As you can see, I've also got these caster wheels that are lockable, which allows me to simply and easily move the rig around. It's quite a small room, so I have to kind of wheel it out to play my game and wheel it back into the corner when I'm not playing. But yeah, it's awesome. As you can see, I've mounted the seat on a plywood base, and I mounted that plywood base onto the GT Omega cockpit. So it's a bit of a faff to do, but it worked out. And I've also color coded the seat. As you can see, I've dyed the seat red. Usually it used to be beige, and I've also painted the accents silver as well, just to add a little bit of sauce and kind of match the steering wheel. Also bought a AliExpress 8 Newton meter power supply because the Fanatec were charging extortionate prices for the upgrade kit. As you can see, I've done a little bit of table management. It's not perfect, but it's just enough to kind of allow me to easily maneuver this rig around as a package. Another thing that I've added is the Microsoft Surface Pro laptop, which is another eBay special. Got it really cheap because it's got a cracked screen, but it's powerful enough to run SimHub and a few other things, of course. And basically I have an output from there to an external amplifier, as you can see, which is the NobSound, which is used to power the Dayton Audio BST bass shaker, which is mounted underneath the plywood base, which I'll show you shortly. I'm just showing you the way that it's arranged and how it's hooked up. And as you can see below, there's a bass shaker mounted to the bottom of the plywood base, and that adds a lot of rumble, a lot of road feel. There's a lot of settings that you can do within SimHub, which allows you to get a more realistic experience, more immersive experience whilst you're driving. So that's why I did that, and basically you can feel the gear changes, the revs of the engine, going over different types of surfaces, all of that. Here are the carbon fiber pedals that I bought from another eBay supplier, just to add a little bit of sauce to my set. But yeah, it's a real good look. Something different. Also use my gloves when I'm using the steering wheel, just to kind of preserve the look and minimize wear and tear and whatnot. And this is kind of like a rough idea of what it looks like. When you're sitting in the seat, you don't really see it's a 55-inch LG OLED screen, and when I'm sitting in the screen, it kind of takes up a lot of my peripheral vision in this position, so it does feel quite immersive in that sense. Also have the PlayStation VR 2, which I use from time to time, but I find as much as it's much more immersive experience, that I can't really do VR for too long. It gives me a headache. Yeah, so here's another look at my perspective. Like, I've got the clutch pedal, I've got the brake pedal. It's all reachable and adjustable thanks to the seat slider that I have underneath. You know, the pedal set, and I'll just kind of give you a rough idea of how it feels, how it looks. Obviously, it's much more immersive from my perspective, sitting in the seat rather than what you're seeing with me holding the camera with one hand and driving terribly. But as you can see, the force feedback does kick. 8 Newton meters is plenty. It's plenty. So I'm very happy with that. Other things to note, I have a 5.1 surround sound setup going on. So I have a subwoofer there. I have 3 speakers at the front, left, right, center. I have some rares that I got from eBay as well. Also have a fan which blows at me whilst I'm playing the game. And no, that's all I can say. Thank you very much. Peace.